Hello, welcome back to the Inside UMSL podcast. I'm your host, Nate, and today I'm joined with Reggie, the Vice Chancellor of Enrollment and Career Advancement at the University of Missouri St. Louis.
Good morning, Nate.
Good morning, Reggie. How you doing today?
It's going well.
Going well?
Yes.
So in a day-to-day, what are the tasks of your job look like?
So I serve as the Vice Chancellor for Enrollment Career Advancement, and that spans from admissions, financial aid, career services. I do have athletics in my portfolio and workforce and workforce integration.
How did you end up in this position? Like, was it 5-year-old Reggie was like, I cannot wait to become a vice chancellor?
Yeah.
Or were there a series of decisions that you made that kind of altered your trajectory?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be an educator.
Okay.
And so I had aspirations to go off to law school. And then I had a president that convinced me that admissions is more like politics and I should come to work for him.
Wow. How long was that conversation? Was that the whole
It
conversation?
was the whole conversation.
Was admissions is like politics, come work for me?
Come work for me.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Is this someone that you looked up to, like a mentor?
Yeah. So
Okay.
he was my mentor as an undergraduate student. And I was president of the History Honor Society, Political Honor Society. And he, in essence, asked me to run a campaign for a local councilwoman who was on the board of trustees. After that, he took us out to lunch, both the Political Honor Society, History Honor Society, and he leaned over to me. He said, "Hey, admissions is more like politics. You can come work for me."
Wow. And has that been true? Is this feels
It
more
is.
like okay.
It feels like that, right? So in enrollment management, you have to think about the ground campaign or the dirt, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to think about the cloud, which is the digital campaign. And those two things have to, those messages has to resonate with the audience that you're trying to attract.
And are there more than just the dirt in the cloud as far as like metaphors for how these things are working?
Well, there's the center, right, which is
Okay.
the institution internally. Can you organize a team to be able to be aligned or congruent with the mission of the institution and also the strategic enrollment plan?
Now, organizing a team requires being a good leader. What are some qualities of good leadership that you think make a great leader?
Yeah, I think, understanding, curiosity, empathy, collaboration is huge. I think, what's most undervalued is how to build a team.
Okay.
And I think that's what my focus is, at least over the last 10 years, is not how to be the best enrollment manager, but how to build a team.
Okay. And I'm going to ask for you to just go ahead and give me all this for free. How do you build a team? Like,
How
what
do
does
you
that
build a
look like?
team?
What's the process?
You can go back to Jim Collins' work From Good to Great, and you can start there, right? And he makes an analogy, you got to get the right people on the bus and in the right seats. And oftentimes we have amazing people on the bus, but we haven't figured out what seat they should be in.
Okay.
But overall it's talent retention and talent acquisition. That's how you build a great team. I mean, you can have a sports analogy. How do you build a great, Super Bowl championship team?
Yeah.
You have to retain the talent and you have to acquire talent.
I completely understand that. So I run an improv team, a comedy team, and sometimes we have people who just don't fit. And those are very difficult conversations for me to have of like, hey, we don't think you fit here. How do you go about kind of removing people from a team?
Well, it's not necessarily removing them, convincing them that this may not be the best role or organization for you, right? And I think, the longer we keep those individuals on our team, we're actually doing them a disservice. I think it's liberating to help someone figure out their right place and space and time and how best that they can thrive.
Have there been any teams you've been a part of where that's been a part of your journey, where you were, hey, maybe this team isn't something for you, to help you find a new place?
Yeah, building a team is always kind of iterative. You're always, trying to move people up, empowering people to take leadership roles, or empowering them to take a role outside of the organization.
Okay, so a lot of being in higher education is shaping leaders for the future. What does that look like in your realm of influence?
Yeah. So I'm not on the academic side of the house. I'm an administrator, a career administrator. But how I think about it is one of my favorite writers is Ngugi wa Thiong'o. And he once said is that language is how we see the world. And I hope to inspire, empower young minds who are graduating college with the language of leadership. And I think if they have concepts or the language leadership, it can take them far. Whether it's shared leadership, whether it's collaborative leadership, whether it's adaptive leadership, just empowering them with that skill or the language will help them in the workforce.
Why is leadership so important?
Well, leadership is the underpinning of a long and successful career.
Okay.
Whether you're an emerging leader or whether you take an opportunity in a position of authority. And leadership and authority are two different concepts, right? I'm in a position of authority. It doesn't make me a leader. I'm not a leader until I actually have followers.
That's good. So when it comes to being a leader, there are a lot of complex decisions, not necessarily one right answer, maybe multiple right answers. How do you navigate those complex decisions?
Make the decision fast.
Okay.
And be able to rebound from it if it's not the right move.
What is the value in making the decision fast over thinking it through more?
Learning, iterating, adjusting, recalibrating. I think sometimes we can overanalyze a decision, and then when we arrive at it, it still may not be the right decision.
Okay.
So bringing the right people in the room, the right knowledge base, people who are going to be, supportive, people who are going to be critical, then downloading all that information and then making a decision as quickly as possible.
So based off everything you've said, it sounds a lot like your idea of leadership is surrounding yourself with the proper team.
Yes.
And building yourself up that way.
Highly talented people who are very inquisitive and curious about solving problems.
Almost like from leading from the inside out instead of the outside in.
100%.
I like that a lot. What are some qualitative words or descriptive words of a leader in this position that would be required for them to be great?
I would say empathy. I'll go back to just being super curious about everything around you relative to the work you do, right? And so in my world, it's higher education, it's administration. And so I have to be curious about external markets as it relates to students. I have to be curious about enrollment technology. I have to be curious about the federal regulations. I have to be curious about models, financial models, in order to be a successful enrollment manager, or at least to be able to navigate conversations amongst my team.
So then what's your intake look like? Are you podcasts, books? Like what is it that you're kind of picking up?
So just surrounding yourself with super smart people internally, surrounding yourself with smart and amazing talent externally, being just a voracious reader, and then also being a listener.
Yeah. Do you think pop culture plays a part in the leadership that you
absolutely. do? Absolutely. I'll tell you a story that helped me. Jay-Z's Magna Carta Holy Grail.
Yes.
And so when we think about a concept like direct admissions, which is a cool creative concept that has emerged in higher education, Jay-Z sold 1 million albums in one day. And how did he do that? Everyone who had a Samsung device, he downloaded the album onto their phone instead of them having to purchase it. So everybody could stream who had a Samsung device, his album. And that was about 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
12, 15 years ago.
Yeah. Did that happen before Apple did the...
It did.
Wow.
It did. And I think it forced an industry change. But, my frame of reference is always hip hop. And so, paying attention to pop culture or hip hop has helped me not only in higher education, but also in leadership.
What era of hip hop?
Oh, I'm 90s.
90s?
Early 2000.
Okay.
Absolutely. Late 90s.
Okay. Who are some of the artists?
Oh my gosh, I'm a Southern hip hop fan. And so I would rather leave the artists off the table because then you can scrutinize, what I listen to on a regular basis.
You caught me. I was going to try to scrutinize you. It didn't work out. And now, early in the conversation, we talked about how you had a mentor that influenced you to get on the path you're on.
Yeah.
Are there people that you're mentoring as well?
Yes and no. So I try not to encourage young minds to, let's say, give up working for X corporation and come to work in admissions because it's more like politics. But I'm always inspired by the interests and the aspirations of young millennials and Generation Z, and what matters most to them. And I think what matters most to them is influenced by their experience and their parents' experiences.
I like that. So what are some exciting things that are happening at UMSL now, and some things that are exciting on the horizon?
Yeah, I would say that there's a few things that we're doing on UMSL campus. I think the Transform UMSL plan has been executed masterfully. I think when we think about geospatial, I think about engineering, and then also entrepreneurship and supply chain have been centers of excellence for us here on this campus.
That's cool. And some of the things that are coming up are...
Yeah, for us, we're opening in maybe a few months the new Richter Family Alumni Welcome Center.
That's cool.
That's going to be great for not only alumni relations, but also enrollment management. And it will be the center of campus where families, students, alumni, friends can all convene.
Now, working here at UMSL and being in the city of St. Louis, what are some of your favorite things about the community of St. Louis and UMSL as a whole?
Oh, so UMSL, I'll start with UMSL. UMSL has an amazing spirit. The people, their commitment to the community, their commitment to St. Louis and the St. Louis region, and they're dogged and ambitious so that this institution can be successful in serving others. In St. Louis, the freaking food is amazing. It's amazing. And I don't know who has better food, St. Louis or New Orleans, but one of them is close second.
See, I like that you are talking about the things you like, and you know exactly what you believe is first and second, but you're still leaving it up to me to try to guess. So that I can't dog you for it.
Who do you think?
I mean,
is second?
My gut instinct would be New Orleans would have to be first and St. Louis second because of the history of New Orleans.
Well, I can't say that because I'm a representative of St. Louis. How about that?
Got you. That's the middle that we're connecting the cloud and the dirt.
100%.
Yeah, I totally
Absolutely.
get that. Yeah. My last question is: you have a free weekend in St. Louis. You can do anything you want. What are you doing?
What am I doing on my free weekend?
Friday to Sunday.
In St. Louis, I'm probably reading, right? I'm more than likely catching up on work. And
let me rephrase it. There's no work obligations. It's a fictional world where it's a weekend of nothing.
What would I like to do?
Yeah.
What would I like to do?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to go and patronize multiple museums in St. Louis. Maybe have brunch.
Okay.
And maybe visit a couple of amazing bookstores in the city.
If you didn't end with bookstores, I would have thought that you're just making this up, but
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
This has been fun.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me.
Absolutely.